scriptwriters in Kenya. Either for some reason they've not been developed, or the few that are around are already taken up by projects. It's a very good initiative, and hopefully out of it we will be able to identify some new talent that is very much needed to contribute to scriptwriting in Kenya. Yeah.
And for those who are watching us right now and they want to be part of this, what exactly would you tell them will be looked for in some of their scripts?
I do not know exactly what the criteria for judging is. I know I was asked to send a profile to be a judge, but I haven't been given the criteria for the judgment yet. But as with any script, of course, good writing is usually important. Story structure is usually also very important, and fresh ideas. So good writing, story structure, and fresh ideas, because you don't want the same old themes that we get in movies and TV shows, which is love and maybe crime here and there. We're seriously lacking in fresh ideas in terms of concepts for the shows.
So they're expected to expand their creativity to the...
Yes, story structure, good writing, and creativity.
So the Cabinet Secretary for Information, Communication and Technology was also saying that they are working on starting a media city in the country. What exactly does that mean for the film industry in Kenya?
Media cities they work very similarly to how tech cities work, or they're cities that are built for a particular purpose. I think I believe they have one media city in Dubai, and what you have there is a very concentrated area where you get all the services that you might require in the media industry. A similar thing is what they have in Silicon Valley. I don't know if you know about Silicon Valley in the States. So they create a very good environment for collaboration, for quick networking between teams. And if we were able to get a media city in the country, that would be of a great boost. Because currently, everybody's in their own cocoon working on different things, and there's not much collaboration happening. So if this was to actually happen, it would be a great benefit to the country.
All right, that's really nice. So I'm being told I should hand over to Mike. So over to you, Mike.
Thank you very much, Vivian. Right now, the CS has just arrived. The ceremony is about to begin, but before that, we have some graduates who are here, and we wanted to talk to them. First and foremost, I would like you to say your name and what you studied and what you're graduating today.
Okay. My name is Cynthia Ward Panyango. I studied digital video editing. Yes, and I'm graduating under upper credit on digital video editing. Yeah.
So that's the color coordination that you see on the gowns, and yours is a bit different. What's this exactly? And before that, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Brian Mwangi. I've studied filmmaking here. I've pursued film production. Specifically, I'm graduating today in the area of scriptwriting and directing. And yeah, this is color for distinction. I guess you could call it that. Yeah, so.
Color for distinction, that's awesome. Now, the Kenya film industry in Kenya is about to get a new blood, so to speak. What are your expectations for the country's film industry?
I think we're growing. I think we're not where we used to be a while back. I think film is all about growth, and every day, every story is a new story, and I think that's how that's what makes us really excited about coming out here, impacting whatever knowledge we've had from this school, Kenya Film School, that is, coming out here in the film industry and making a difference. Yeah.
Awesome. Let me ask you, if you had a question for the CS about the film industry and the expectations you already have, what would be the question that you would want to ask him personally? What question would you like to ask the CS in concern with the film industry and the direction that is guiding it?
Okay, so the film industry in Kenya, it's not that we embrace a lot of culture, like when someone produces a film, and the quality, the content is there, but due to culture, we tend to ban it or something. But when you take it somewhere else, it's a big shot, right? So or why not? Why should we just embrace it and grow our film industry? Why not just accept it? Because, well, the world is moving. We won't stay in the prehistoric history forever. Like, there's a time we're growing. The world is moving. So why can't we just embrace the changes that comes with it? Yeah.
Awesome, I like that. And speaking of changes, there's one change in particular that the CS is trying to implement. He wants to create a city for film. And what do you think about that situation, like a new Hollywood, not for Kenya, Kenyawood perhaps? What do you think about that?
I think I wouldn't look at it as a Kenyawood per se. I'd look at it as an avenue created by the government for filmmakers to, enjoy their rights and make movies in a free space without even necessarily having to go through the whole processes of, legalities and all that. So I really like his initiative. He's a really good CS, and I commend him for that. Yeah.
Awesome. So you're graduating. Congratulations. There's a cake cutting ceremony. I'm looking forward to that personally. What do you mean, obviously? So prior to that, the ceremony is going to continue. What feelings do you have after completing this course?
Oh my God. Okay, first of all, I can't actually believe it. It's been a while. We've been waiting it's like 100 years long, and finally it's here. And I'm happy, really, because from here I'll be like, okay, I have my thing now, officially. So yeah, I'll be proud to say that I'm a Kenyan filmmaker, and yes, so I'm just so happy.
Can't wait to watch your films. I know you'll do well. What about you? What emotions are running through you right now?
Well, I have butterflies, obviously. It happens to even to the best of us. But I think that we are storytellers. We have been for a very long time. And I think that after today, we'll be given that authority to just go out there, tell our stories in a different way, in a more creative way, in an even more cinematic way. I think that's what filmmaking is all about. Yeah.
I like that. I can see you're being called. The CS has just arrived. So thank you so much for joining me and for your inspiring story. Thank you very much.
On right now. Actually, the event is starting as we speak right now, so we need to wind up with this interview with Mr. Eugene Mbogwa. Mr. Eugene Mbogwa, I'd love to know, since you are a young man who's doing amazingly great at your field, I'd love to know, who exactly do you look up to? Who inspires you in this?
Well, I've got quite a few people that I look up to, because I'm not only in the TV industry. I'm in a few other businesses. I'm in farming as well. I own some nightclubs. I really look up to internationally. There's people like Steve Jobs that I look up to. There's Elon Musk. Locally, I've got my business mentor. His name is Dennis Makuri. I look up very much to him. I've got some other people that I work with. There's people like Monique Magaria, who's almost like my big brother, who holds my hand and takes me through this. There's some big filmmakers the world over. There's someone like Mark Burnett. I look, because he's got a ton of TV shows, and I want to have a ton of TV shows. I have 8 already, but I want, hopefully by the time I'm dead, to have maybe 30. So yeah, I would say that Mark Burnett, Monique Magaria, Dennis Makori, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Eugene was named among the top 40 under 40. That was in 2015? 2014. How was that for you?
It was quite nice. It was a surprise, because this was, I think I was just 2 or 3 years in business. So that was the first major award that I got, which was 2014, top 40 under top 40 by Business Daily. Then I was listed by Forbes in 2016 under the 30 most promising entrepreneurs in Africa under the age of 30. So that was 2016. And 2017 I moved up a bit to the top 30 under 30 list in Africa by Forbes as well. Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing. What exactly would you tell the students who are, the students who are graduating today and coming out to the film industry? What should they have in mind as they get into the field itself right now?
I think they're calling on you. Should I? It's okay. I should continue. Well, the rule, as with any industry, is you really have to familiarize yourself with how the industry works. That's the first step. The second step is I would really encourage a lot of them to consider being job creators. Because you see, I always do the math and say if we can get out of this group of 26, if we can get 5 who will employ another 20, 5 people each employing 20, automatically 100 jobs are created. However, if they all just go out and get jobs, only 20 jobs are created. So I would really encourage them to go out, and because it's difficult at the beginning, but it's very rewarding, and it's what ideally will contribute to our economy and to our to the country we live in. So I'd really encourage them to work at being job creators.
Thank you so much. So the event has started, and I'm being told I should hand over to Mike inside so that we can follow the proceedings that are happening right now. Over to you.
Check mic 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Shake the input. Check mic 1 2. Microphone.
You know, you cannot just sit. Hello. 1 2 1 1. I can get the signal.
Usione hivyo, hiyo peke yake imetoka Dubai. Hiyo imetoka Dubai. Sikiliza maswali, hiyo kiatu ni kutoka Italy. You know, mwanaume unamjua na kiatu. Wao wenzetu ni mrefu, lakini usiulize maswali mengi. Urefu ni kuchukua kamera. Pale mrembo wetu kutoka wapi? Usiulize maswali. Huyu ametoka England. Pale qualification kamili, yule kijana ni pole sana, lakini mpatie mic ataroga ushangae. Mwenzetu pale, amazing guy. Well, mbona kuja kama umejibamba? This is your day. Celebrate it, it's your day. It's your day. Give it a smile. Smile at yourself. Jiangalie na waanza tu kucheka. Unajiona hivi, unashangaa wewe ndio nani. Karibuni sana viti za hapa nyuma. Our guests, our very good guests. Unapita mnakalia hapa. Karibuni sana. Wale pale in green, hao ndio commanders hapa hivi. Sound check. Our very wonderful ladies wakiingia hapa. Wapi makofi? Yule mnaona pale nyuma, msiulize maswali. Kila kiatu yake peke yake imetoka Spain. Kiatu peke yake from Spain. I'm telling you a fact, you know. Hapa ndio tunasema Opango Tuch. Yes. Karibuni sana mkijipanga hapa. Because you're happy today. been outstanding for the opening. Let's be outstanding for the opening prayer. And I request Samuel Mucheru kindly step forward to lead us in the opening. Samuel Mucheru.
Let us pray. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is done in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespass, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Everlasting Master, we come before you this good morning, Jehovah God. We thank you, Father, because of this good day, God, that you have prepared for us, Jehovah Father. We know, God, there is much and much more that has been done for this day to come true, God. But every human effort and fault is all in vain if, Jehovah God, you never came through. We want to thank you, Jehovah God, and we want to acknowledge your mighty name, Jehovah Father, even as we continue with this day in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. We want to pray and thank you, Father, because of every office and ministry that is presented in this place, Jehovah Father, and every guest and every other person, Jehovah, in the mighty name of Jesus, God. We welcome you in this place, Jehovah God, that you may start with us, God, in the midst up to the end. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that we do pray, trust, and believing. Amen.
Thank you. Let's remain upstanding as Salim Hassan Yusuf.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-Fatiha. Amin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanirrahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Allahumma inna nas'aluka fi hadhihi al-yawm. Allahumma inna nas'aluka fi hadhihi al-yawm wa ghayra ma fiha wa ghayra ma fiha wa ghayra ma ba'daha. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallam.
Santen, you may resume your seats. Welcome to the second graduation ceremony at the Kenya Film School. Kenya Film School is a government of Kenya institution under the Ministry of Information, Communication and Technology. Our chief guest today is the Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Joe Mucheru. Karibu sana. I would like to recognize the esteemed presence of all the guests invited to this function. The presence of the Principal Secretary, State Department of Information, Communication and Technology, Mr. Jerome Ocheng. I'd also like to recognize the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Information, Communication and Technology, Honorable Joe Mucheru, and the presence of Madam Fatuma Hirsi Mohammed, who is here as the Principal Secretary, State Department of Broadcasting and Communications. We are here courtesy of the Director of the Film School. Director of Film School is Mr. Hezekiah Kimondo, and I would like to recognize and announce the esteemed presence of the Director, Department of Film Services, Mr. Ernest Kerich. I'd also like to recognize the presence of the CEC from Kwale County, Honorable Bungale. Karibu sana kwa sherehe hii. Ladies and gentlemen, we wish to air two infomercials. We are at the film school. This function is live on KBC Y254. And you will see some drones flying around. Please know you are live, so don't get shocked. Karibuni for the information Kenya Film School.
competences in a chosen area of specialization, as well as innovation and creativity in film. We anticipate that this is going to be the biggest employer for the youth, just like you see it in Nigeria, just like you see it in Hollywood. It's a big employer, and it's where the money is going to be made, and you youth are going to pioneer that for us.
From almost every region of Kenya, here are youngsters who yesterday would have stood zero chance of securing training in any ordinary school, where academic grades and high school fees would have locked them out.
We're very proud of our stakeholders who are here today. They took time off work, took time off their busy schedules to support the school in many different capacities.
Makofi kwa hiyo kazi ya Kenya Film School. Ladies and gentlemen, that is an infomercial produced at the Kenya Film School. Next we present to the Riverwood Awards 2018. Riverwood Awards 2018. Bwana Guest of Honor.
The winner of the best student film, who will get incubation from the Youth Fund. Dilemma.
First of all, I'd like to thank God. I'd like to thank everyone who made this possible for us. The Kenya Film School, Zamaradi for your support. Victoria Goro, you've been our mother in this. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. I'd like to thank our families for the support and everything. Thank you, Dr. Mutua, for this auspicious event. I'm just grateful. First of all, God named so. Thank you.
And those who are taking home the trophy, make us proud. Prove to us that you deserve it.
The history of Kenyan film and theatre can never be complete without mentioning her. She is the grand warrior of Riverwood and star of all time. She is Mary Kavere, and she is Mama Kayai.
So there will be a place at the Nairobi Cinema, now known as Nairobi Film Center. There will be a section named in honor of Mama Kayai. And the photos of all these legends will also be in that great wall of fame. Thank you.
Wapi makofi kwa hiyo kazi nzuri? Wapi makofi ya wazazi kwa hiyo talanta? Guests of honor, sir, the Kenya Film School obeys the first management principle in the world, the law of picture. The law of picture states that people do what people say. Haven't you seen? Mumeona wa Kenya? Ongeza hawa vijana makofi kwa hiyo sherehe. Guests of honor, with your permission, I would like to invite students from this institution for some citations. The first one is Salem Hassan Yusuf. Yeye atatuimbia shairi. Asikia kiimba atamtoa nyoka pangoni. Tumsikie.
Wanafunzi wanafunzi naam, kama salamu maradhi bora anipate mie, kama salamu mkuki bora unichomemie, lakini kama salamu ni sunna thawabu bora niwapenyie. Hamjambo nyote. Kwa majina naitwa Hasani, kwa le county ndio kwetu nyumbani. Nimesimama hapa mbeleni ili shairi kuimbieni. Tafadhali nawaambieni, sikio ni azimeni. Kichwa cha shairi pongezi, bila shaka makinikeni nami hadi tamati. Karibuni. Leo ni furahani siku hii kuingia, furaha iso kifani, usoni imenijaa, nimepanda jukwani, moyo umenitulia, pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Kwanza natoa shukrani kwa serikali ya Kenya kwa kujitoa kwa ghera kwa kazi iloifanya. Imefanya jambo bora, vijana kutupa mwanya. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Kiukweli kwa yakini, wengi wetu humu ndani tulikuwa mitani tukizurura kwa fani, tulikosa tumaini kufaulu maishani. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Wengi tulihangaika kukosa usaidizi, nyingi tukaziandika barua kusaka kazi, kamwe hatukusikika. Tulionewa machizi. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. hali ilikuwa ngumu, tukawa twatangatanga, tukashinda kulaumu kwa sababu za kijinga. Tulitamani kwa hamu anga tupate mwanga. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Serikali yetu ngwana, shule ikatuletea na masomo ya maana. Sasa tunajipatia tena na kubwa shehena vifaa vya kusomea. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Elimu tunayopata ni zaidi ya elimu. Mateso yalotukuta sasa hatunayo hamu. Taaluma twazipata kwa raha na tabasamu. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Walimu walohitimu shuleni tumepatiwa, si watu wa humuhumu vyuoni wamepitia. Ni watu wenye nidhamu sana, hutusaidia. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Ni furaha iliyoje waziri kutufikia. Ni vyema tunimtaje Mucheru jina sawia. Ameona leo aje aungane nasi pia. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Bwana Waziri Jerome, twaona bidii zako, umetupea uhuru, twakutukuza ulipo. Mola akutie nuru, kipandishe cheo chako. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Naona Bwana Jerome kwa mbali umeboeka, ila kamwe usiseme kwamba amesahaulika. Mbona tusikutizame, sifa zako zatajika. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Mame tu Fatma Hirsi, pongezi ni kwako pia. Kwa kweli yako nafasi vyema unaitumia. Usitie wasiwasi, twakupa asilimia. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Pembeni nikitizama yule ni Bwana Bungale. Waziri hebu simama, uwakilishe Kwale, tuwakilishe kwa hima, tena kwa furaha tele. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Serikali kwa hakika ishatimiza jukumu, ni kwetu kuwajibika, kesho tusilaumu. tuzidi kubidika, tukithirishe nidhamu. Pongezi kwa serikali na viongozi wa Kenya. Shukran.
Wapi nduru za huyu kijana kutoka Kwale? Huyu ni kijana wa Mheshimiwa Bungale, na kwa kutumia lugha ya taifa amesema taasisi hii ambayo ilizinduliwa kutokana na manifesto ya Jubilee inanuia kukuza uzalishaji wa vipindi vya kiasili. Shairi si ni kipindi cha kiasili? Asante sana kijana. Chuo hiki kina wasajili vijana kwa kutumia talanta na ubunifu peke yake. Sio kisomo cha shuleni, ni talanta na ubunifu. Talanta kutoka kwa Mungu. Talanta ya pili, guest of honor, allow me to present the second talent from Kilifi County. This is in the form of Grace Pendo Wanje, who will present a song, Kenya Film School Tia Bidii. Karibu Grace.
Mafunzo bora pia utapata, walimu bora pia twajivunia, kwa muda mchache tu utadata. Kama ni vifaa utapata, mafunzo bora pia utapata, walimu bora pia twajivunia, kwa muda mchache tu utadata. Kujitahidi lazima, siseme mafahamu, siseme mafahamu, siongeze ajira kwenye sekta ya filamu, kwenye sekta ya filamu. Niperusheni bendera, historia na vijue, shambani bila mapema, kazi kwenu njue. Tia bidii, Kenya Film School, pursue your passion. Tia bidii, Kenya Film School, pursue your passion. Tia bidii, pursue your passion. Tia bidii, pursue your passion. Siseme mafahamu kwenye sekta ya filamu.
Talanta anayo ama hana? Sauti anayo hana? Midundo J, anayo? Guest of honor, we are live on KBC channel Y254. Graduates, kaeni na ile sura ya biashara. Msikae na sura ya huzuni. Wazazi mupo? Kila mtu mkae na sura ya biashara. Leo ni siku ya furaha. Guest of honor, Kenya Film School is a talent-based institution because training here is hands-on, targeting 70% practicals and 30% theory. So, guests of honor, with your permission, I would like to move this program into a different level. I would like to recognize at this point the esteemed presence of Mr. Timothy Owase, CEO, Kenya Film Corporation. Makofi kwake. Asante sana na karibu. I'd like to invite the session of speeches, and I have the high honor and distinguished privilege of presenting to you graduates and guests the director of Kenya Film School, Mr. Hezekiah Kimondo, to come and give a welcome address. Makofi ya director. Karibu sana, director.
Okay. Our guest of honor, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communication and Technology, Honorable Joe Mucheru, Principal Secretary, State Department for Information, Communication and Technology, Mr. Jerome Ochieng, Principal Secretary for Broadcasting and Telecommunication, Madam Fatma Hisi, CEC Social Services and Talent Management, Kwale County, Bwana Ramadan Bugare, Director General, Sports Kenya, CEO, Kenya Film Commission, heads of departments and parastatus in both ministries, ICT and sports, distinguished stakeholders, invited guests, graduates, parents, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of Kenya Film School community to welcome you to the second graduation ceremony for Kenya Film School. It's a joyous occasion for the school fraternity, and we feel honored by your presence here today. The Kenya Film School class of 2017, who are seated to our right, was admitted to a 9-month certificate course in film studies in September 2017. The 27 admitted were drawn from the whole country after a rigorous interview process. The students were selected based on their talent, skills, and creativity evidenced through samples of production work done by each applicant, coupled with an oral interview and subsequent selection by an interview panel. The process of selection is in coordination of the fact that Kenya Film School is a talent-based institution which requires special kind of skills to synthesize information and alive at innovation cinematically. Our school program seeks to mold young minds to be active in the creative world where their opinions can be heard and respected through visual storytelling. The philosophy of our training program is based on the principle that people learn best by doing. Upon the completion of the prescribed course of study, our graduates will have acquired technical skills and abilities, competencies in a chosen area of specialization, as well as innovation and creativity in film. Today, we have graduates specialized in the areas of scriptwriting and directing, cinematography, sound engineering, video editing. Ladies and gentlemen, our school trains in competencies. And today I can confidently say that these graduates are ready for the job market. Indeed, quite a number of those graduating today have already secured employment. On this occasion of our second graduation ceremony, I want to pay special tribute to our dedicated staff for their dedication, commitment, and resilience in ensuring the success of our training program. I want to pay tribute to Mrs. Victoria Goro, who is the head of our academic program. I wish to pay tribute to Mr. James Wachila, who is the head of sound engineering. I wish to pay tribute to the youngest member of our academic staff, Mr. Victor Oma, who is the head of cinematography. I also wish to pay tribute to our dedicated part-time lecturers who work beyond even the number of hours that we are able to pay them. They are with us here today. And I wish to pay tribute to Mr. Brian Thuo, editing. Mr. Brian Thuo has been with us since the inception of the school. We have Mr. John Kamisha. Mr. John Kamisha trains in Saud. We have Mr. Dennis Minor. He trains in script writing. And we have Mr. Nixon Amila, who trains in film writing. And of course, myself. I'm also in charge, I'm also head of content development and script writing. The success of our trained program can also be attributed to the collaborative efforts between the school and industry stakeholders who have provided valuable mentorship, technical and innovative support to our training program. In this regard, I wish to pay tribute to the stakeholders who have continued to support us in providing the enabling environment that has proved successful in leveraging our young people's enthusiasm and energy in the cinematic arts. Number one, our mother department, Department of Film Services. If they are here, please, we would like to recognize, you could please stand up when I call your name. Mutan Productions for your internship and mentorship. Thank you very much. AR Films for internship and mentorship. Thank you very much. Hope Media, internship, mentorship, and employment. Thank you very much. Ebru TV, internship, mentorship, and employment. Ebru TV have employed 4 of our graduates from the first class and from the class that is graduating today. Young Rich TV. They have provided internship, mentorship, and also employed 2 of those who are graduating today. We have Art Skill Films. Thank you for mentorship and internship. We have Brad Plus TV. They have supported us in mentorship, internship, and also employment. Philip Productions for internship and mentorship. Thank you very much. Africa Insight, internship and mentorship. Thank you very much. Kikwetu Productions for internship and mentorship, thank you. Laia TV Mombasa for internship, mentorship, and employment, thank you. Media Vision. Media Vision for just internship and mentorship, but availing your equipment, and wherever they come, any new technology, the first place they run is at Kenya Film School. Thank you very much. NRG for internship and mentorship, thank you. Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, who today they are giving us live coverage. Thank you very much for your internship and also mentorship. CAS TV, thank you very much for your internship and mentorship. Zamarandi Productions, who have also supported us immensely since the inception of the school. They provide internship, mentorship, and has also employed 3 of our graduates. We would also like to mention a few other organizations that have greatly contributed to the success of the school. Kware County Government, for your continued support to students joining the school from your county through your bursary scheme. So far, 5 from Kware County have gone through the school, including the current class, and 3 of them who have graduated or are graduating today have already been employed. Special tribute also goes to Sports Kenya, who are our host here. Their support is invaluable. They support the program fully and unconditionally. We appreciate. Of course, we would like to appreciate our parents. Our work here would not have been successful without your support and commitment. Kenya Film School has an open door policy, and we will continue to build partnerships with institutions and other stakeholders. Beyond our normal school training program, the school participates in local, regional film festivals, and soon international festivals. These forums gives us an opportunity for the student work to be showcased and also compete with similar works from other institutions. At the 2018 Kenya National Schools and Colleges Drama and Film Festival, Kenya Film School scooped a total of 9 trophies. In the Technical Training Institute category, TTI category, the trophies are displayed in front of you here. And these are the layers of the best film on drug abuse, best presentation advert, best short film, best overall presentation, best actor in the leading role, best entertainment film, best film on exploring social evils, and best gender responsive film, and best documentary. The school also won the best student film in the 2018 Riverwood Academy Awards. We can confidently say we are getting better, and we expect to defend these trophies and win more in the 2019 edition of this and other festivals. You've already sampled our talent. To our graduates today, as you join the industry, you will encounter many formidable challenges. I hope you will bring to bear the human and effective wisdom that you have gained from your stay in the school. We have given you the requisite knowledge and technical, ethical values that you will need to succeed in a competitive film industry. And with these few remarks, let me say, congratulations to the class of 2017. Thank you.
Makofi ya director. Thank you for a great job you're doing, director and your team. Allow me, guests of honor, to invite the Director, Department of Film Services, Mr. Ernest Kirich. And apart from KBC, we are also live on TV 47. Asante sana TV 47. Karibu, Bwana Kirich.
Our guest of honor, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communications and Technology, Mr. Joe Mucheru. Principal Secretary, State Department for Information, Communications, Technology and Innovation, Mr. Jerome Ocheng. Principal Secretary, State Department for Broadcasting and Telecommunications, Madam Mohamed Hirsi. CEO, Kenya Film Commission, Mr. Timothy Owase. CEC from Kwale County, responsible for social services and talent development and management, Mr. Ramadan Masood Bungale, who is here with us. Thank you for coming. Director of the Film School and his team, Mr. Hezekiah Kemondo. Parents and well-wishers, very important to us who are here. Stakeholders who give us support, part of the programs that do take place in the school. Graduates and students of the film school. All protocols observed. Mine this morning, sir, CS, is to express my gratitude for especially you finding time within your very busy schedule to come and grace this wonderful occasion. Sir, the journey didn't start long ago. We started the school sometimes in 2016. We are now having the third class. The second class is graduating today. Without the support of your office and the ministry, entire ministries, I don't think we would be where we are today. And we are entirely grateful, or eternally grateful, for all that you do for us to make sure that this program that targets the youth becomes successful. It is one way, this program, in many ways, is been brought about by the need to address the gaps. And in recognition of the people and students that are endowed with immense talents in filmmaking. We are grateful to you, sir. I also wish to register my gratitude to the two principal secretaries who have had a hand in what's going on today. We are here because of your input, because of your understanding, and your love for the young people. And for them to be here today graduating, and sir, they have had tremendous reception from the industry. We have had our stakeholders and partners and friends that have supported this program and supported the program in practical sense. They have had a presence in this school. They do come to see what we are doing here. This program is a program that we must say that is also new to us, and we are new to it, but we are rising up to the occasion. I'm sure going forward, CS, things are going to change. This program is a game changer among the young people that have passion for filmmaking. And the evidence is here. At some stage, I could see our mobile phones were airborne. It means everybody has a passion for filmmaking. A lot of content has been generated here this morning, and I'm sure it's also been shared in the social media platforms. People have shared with those that were not able to make it to be here with us. And that is an indication that what we are doing here is not in vain. I wouldn't like to take a long time, sir. I just wish to say again, thank you very much and extend a warm welcome to all of us that are here this morning, and continue and ask that please continue to support this program. Continue to preach film. Film is the next frontier. A couple of things are going to be happening. It's an area that is yet to be tapped into. And sir, I want to thank you. You have set the tone at the top. Of late, a couple of things are happening in the ministry under your leadership that are giving a lot of focus to film activities. That in itself is an indication that there are better things to come ahead. I thank you all for listening to me, and thank you once again. Thank you very much.
Tumshukuru, tumpigie tena makofi Director, Department of Film Services, Mr. Ernest Kerich. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the high honor once again and distinguished privilege of inviting the Principal Secretary, State Department of Information, Communication and Technology, Mr. Jerome Ochieng, to address us and later on invite the chief guest to address this congregation. Karibu, Bwana Jerome Ochieng.
Thank you very much, Bwana MC. Hamjambo. As you're all aware, the Ministry of Information and Communication has two state departments. We have the State Department of ICT and Innovation, where I am the Principal Secretary, and we also have the State Department of Broadcasting. So before I make my speech, I would wish to invite my colleague, Madam Fatma Hirsi, to make a few remarks. Then thereafter, I'll make my speech. Karibu, Madam.
Good morning, everyone. Mine is just to say jambo to all the parents and the students who are here, to appreciate that this is a special school that recognizes talents and does not really look at the academics to get in here. We saw people singing, we saw people giving us poems that really show us the talents, even before we get to film and script writing and those areas that they're actually studying in this school. I just want to say congratulations to the graduates and wish you all the best in the future, and look forward to seeing your productions being aired all over Kenya and internationally. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Fatma. To our chief guest, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Information and Communication, Honorable Joe Mucheru. To my colleague, PS, State Department of Broadcasting, Madam Fatma Hirsi. To the CEO, Kenya Film Commission, Timothy Owase. To the CEC, Social Service and Talent Management, Kwale County. To the Director, Department of Film Services, Mr. Ernest Kerich, and to the Director, Kenya Film School, Mr. Hezekiah Kimondo. All protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning again. God is good, and all the time. Indeed, today is a big day for us, especially at the Kenya Film School. One of the things you may need to recognize, especially to the graduates and even all the visitors here, is the emphasis the ministry has put on film. The director will tell you and will confess that this is the second time we are visiting the Kenya Film School as a full battalion, what in the military term they would say, full combat, whereby led by the Honorable Cabinet Secretary and the two PSs within 3 months is a clear indication of the interest we have as a ministry and of the emphasis we are laying on film as a ministry. Simtupigie makofi. We are fully committed, fully enthusiastic, and fully ready to work with you and with the school to ensure that we actually help build the vision, help build the mission the Jubilee Manifesto had when we were establishing the school. One of the things I would want to mention here is that the joy that comes from me personally, looking at the 23 graduates and understanding or being informed that 60 to 70% of the graduates of last year have already achieved some form of employment, and even the others is not that because they could not be employed, is because they have decided to be the creators of employment themselves, is a great honor. Congratulations to the graduates. And indeed, very well done. Film provides an opportunity for great employment. And it is for this reason I say we will want to work together with you, because the issue of unemployment in this country is a great issue and a great issue of concern indeed. But our focus as government is to work with people, to work with institutions that will help us alleviate this problem of unemployment. And we are really excited to have that there is already out of the graduates of last year, a number of them in meaningful employment. So we really want to put in a lot of emphasis, and we'll work together with you that we ensure that the film school prospers. Again, a lot of emphasis on film is because if you look at film, producing one film itself can actually create more than 50 opportunities for employment. If you look at it from the point of even the concept, the production, the pre-production, the post-production, and even at the point of even distribution. So it is a whole chain of opportunities for employment. Therefore, as government, we would not want to lose this opportunity of ensuring that we get our people into, and especially the youth, into meaningful employment. We appreciate the fact that the school has put in a lot of emphasis, not on academic, but on talent. And talent development is really critical. So to the graduates, congratulations. Looking forward to working together with you. And as I was seated here and with consultation with our cabinet secretary, we said, what is it that we can do differently? There was an opportunity for the ministry to have a visit to Korea to actually just learn about how they have done film. And we've consulted, and I wish to announce that we will give the best student in this particular group an opportunity to visit Korea with the group from the ministry that will be visited, so that you bring back that knowledge and you also work together with us. An indication of commitment, an indication of enthusiasm, an indication of willingness to work with all of you. With those few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, it is my single honor to invite our chief guest, our cabinet secretary, Honorable Joe Mucheru, to make his remarks. Karibu Waziri.
Thank you very much, PS. Please sit. Please sit. So PS Jerome Ochieng, the PS of ICT, PS Fatuma Hirsi, the PS of Broadcasting and Telecommunications, Mr. Timothy Owase, the CEO of Kenya Film Commission, Mr. Kerich, Director of DFS, Mr. Hezekiah Kimondo, Director of Kenya Film School, heads of department from the ministries, parents and guardians, graduates, students, all other invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm very pleased to be here, and let me start by first thanking the President and the Jubilee Party, because this school came into being because of a manifesto pledge to ensure that the creative industry is also taken into account. You've all seen the kind of talent that we have. I don't think we had enough time, but Salim and Grace Pendo were able to just show us just a bit of the kind of talent that this country has. And so we are extremely happy, and I'm extremely happy myself to be here and be part of this graduation ceremony that is taking place. This is the second graduation, and as you've heard, there are 3 classes, and it's a great day for the country when we see an institution progress and as we see the kind of growth that it is taking. From the director's brief, it was refreshing to note that out of the 21 students graduating, actually 20 have jobs already. I'm not sure how many people actually go to school, and even before they've graduated, they are already working and they have opportunities. And I hope that is correct. I'm not giving stories. Is that correct? Yeah? So this is something that as government we must expand significantly so that we can create jobs for many. And we thank those employers that have employed them. We thank the counties that have taken time to sponsor students from their counties, Kwale County especially. And we hope that many of the other counties will take also the same lead in being able to take advantage of this sector, which is big. And what's even more encouraging is that those who are employed are now spread across the whole country. This is not only in Nairobi or in one place. This is work that's being created across the country, and at the same time, it's being created through government, national government, county governments, and private businesses, and even up to self-employment. So this just speaks for itself, that this is an industry that as government, we must and will continue to support. I'm happy to also announce that, as we were discussing with the various people in the industry, we've reached out to the organizers of the Kenya Open Golf Championship 2019. This is going to take some of the current students so that they will partner with the European Tour film people, the production team that will come, to ensure that over 2,200 hours of live broadcast of the Kenya Golf Open that is going to be done here, that is going to have some of the students from here involved. That is going to be a big skill and talent. This is going to be 14th to 17th of March, and it will have a reach of over 490 million viewers worldwide. So it's not a small event. So ladies and gentlemen, since inception in June 2016, the institution has provided an opportunity to nurture talent and build a local film community while ensuring that the training addresses industry needs posed by the skills deficiencies and several identified areas. The school also emphasizes talent and passion apart from standard academic entry scores and most courses focus on. It's interesting that because of the focus that this school has, most of the students are already working, and they don't need encouragement to go find jobs. It's already happening, employers are coming. So there's a link between the kind of people being produced by the school and what the industry is looking for. What we need is that we need to expand that even further. It's important to note that it gives opportunities to youth from poor and disadvantaged backgrounds from across the country, giving them a lifeline and a path to define their future. The atmosphere under which learning takes place stimulates students' freedom to explore, experiment, build confidence, and shape opinions in filmmaking. And as evidenced by the high employment absorption rate, the KFS graduates, the school brings film education to the fore as an area of career opportunity for the cinematically inclined. Given this success, I'm happy also to announce that from the year 2020, we shall increase the intake from the current 30 students per year to 45 students. It's my hope between now and then, if we can convince even more counties to participate and be part of it, we can even get those numbers to even more than double. We have spoken severally about the need to preserve our culture by writing, recording, and telling our own stories. The recent reporting of the appearance of the Black Panther is a clear illustration of the need for us to tell our stories from our own perspective. While the world was marveling at the sighting of the Black Panther for the first time in 100 years in Laikipia County, the local communities in the county have lived with the Black Panther for many years, and local communities in the region even have local names in their various dialects. But this was not reported or recorded. The BBC had to come and tell us that the Black Panther has now been spotted after 100 years. So we need to tell our own stories. The spin-off from the sighting of the Black Panther is that Wakanda, for those who have watched the Black Panther movie, is firmly now in Kenya. Not only have we known that this is the case, Marvel had pointed out to Wakanda being here, and they had even put that, I think Captain America was flying somewhere in those movies, and he pointed to Kenya as Wakanda. But even God has brought us the Black Panther itself, which has confirmed that it is here. And so we encourage local tourists who want to see this Black Panther to go to Laikipia, and also the international tourists, because Kenya is a great tourist destination. So you can come and see the big five, including now the Black Panther. And so as part of the promotion of Kenya as a film destination, I can also announce that in the next 3 months, we shall be receiving international film industry players into the country. They want to explore Kenya as a filming destination, and today's graduation is a good sign for them because they're looking for the talent, and we've been able to demonstrate that. In addition to scouting for film locations, they also be in the country to explore the possibility of turning an already existing blockbuster screenplay based on a true story into an actual movie. As a government, we commit to work with the film industry to ensure that opportunities are unlocked for our youth, and it becomes a significant revenue earner for both the players in the industry and the government. As a demonstration of this commitment, my ministry, through the Kenya Film Service and the Kenya Film Commission, we are currently running a full feature film script writing competition worth 2 million shillings prize money, and this is part of the initiatives that we're putting in place to start growing this sector. And this includes the possibility of the winning scripts being produced and screenplayed in theaters across the world. So I urge those eligible to submit their applications before the competition closes next week on Tuesday, the 26th of February. To the graduates, I congratulate you on your well-deserved achievement today. The 91st Academy Awards, otherwise known as the Oscars, will be held this coming Sunday. I challenge you all to explore further what it takes to have your work nominated for the Oscars. In the current era of technology and enabling policies in the country, we have enhanced access to information. Therefore, pursue your dreams beyond even Kenya and work towards having your work nominated for the Oscars or other equally prestigious global film and movie awards, and make money and develop your communities while at it. As you go out to the world, put your best foot forward and never stop creating. Push the limits as far as you can. Your peers, your teachers, and indeed the government will be honored to celebrate your blockbuster productions that will secure Kenya's position on the film map. Asanteni sana, and God bless you all.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Waziri. The graduates kindly be upstanding. Tunataka tumpongeze waziri. Nyinyi tu peke yenu. Waziri, the Maasai have a proverb that says that if you want to walk very fast, walk alone. But if you want to walk far into the future, walk in a group. So this class here is the second class. And you have told them that they will go very far. Tunataka tumpigie waziri makofi, sio yale ya kilo. Tutaanza kwa kidole kimoja. Nisikie kidole kimoja kinapigaje, wekeni karatasi chini. Sikie kidole kimoja kinapigaje? Viwili, vitatu, vinne, vitano, na unaangusha. Haya, tuanze. Kila mtu amejifungua. Kimoja, viwili, vitatu, vinne, vitano. Asante sana. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to invite Victoria, but before Victoria comes to present the awards, Kenya Film School, dance crew, where are you? Waziri, allow me to show you some more talent in dance. That one was in singing, but this time round, I want to tell you that we have Oscars here in dance. DJ yuko tayari? This is the Kenya Film School dance crew. Twende kazi. Kibambo piga nduru. In the dance halls tunapiga nduru. Wapi nduru? Ikibamba piga nduru. Asante sana. Thank you so much. Guests of honor, that is the talent we have in this country. I'd like to move to the awards. Victoria is ready to present the awards, and I'll request Director of the Kenya Film School to escort the guest of honor downstage for the presentation of the awards. Karibu Wapi makofi ya guest of honor. Hata mimi pia nitapata nafasi ya kusalamia waziri. It's a rare occasion. Karibu waziri. Karibu. Victoria, please proceed.
Our chief guest, Cabinet Secretary in the Ministry of Information, Communication and Technology, our Principal Secretary in the State Department for Broadcasting and Telecommunications, Madam Fatma Hirsi Mohammed, our PS in the State Department of ICT and Innovation, Mr. Jerome Ochieng, Director, Department of Film Services, Mr. Ernest Kerich, the CEO of the Kenya Film Commission, Mr. Timothy Owase, our very dear friend and partner from Kwale County, the CEC, in charge of social services and talent development, Honorable Ramadan Bungale. I'm extremely honored and privileged as the chair of the School Academic Board to present the following 20 candidates who satisfy the requirements of the Kenya Film School Certificate in Film Studies for the year 2017. The award of distinction. First distinction goes to Brian Wakabi Mwangi. Second distinction, but in absentia. This student has gone on to join AFTA, the renowned film institution in South Africa, to pursue a degree course in film studies. That distinction goes to David Mordecai Otieno, represented today by his mother, Madam Margaret Okum. The third distinction goes to Edwin Ochako Tongi. Okay, we now move on to the award under credits. First person receiving a credit under this particular category is Karen Ngatha Gitari. Karen is followed by Paminas Omondi Otieno. Followed by Stephen Mungai Mbugwiro. Annette Wanjiku Maina. Solomon Munji Njenga. James Gitau Bogwa. Charity Wanja Kimani. Shereen Akinyi Owino. Eric Mwaura Njoroge. Suleiman Munyihamisi Mwasheva. And Cynthia Awor Onyango. Eunice Mula Kalama. Samuel Mangale Lugogo. Jackson Okila Aginga. Isaac Omondi Okoth. From Bungoma County, Keith Kiprop Kiboy. Yes, yes. And Violet Mudhoni Junge.
Silence on set. Silence on set. Where are my camera people? On left. On right. Sound. Sound. Check. Camera. Check. Continuity. Rolling in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you very much, class of 2017. I think to expect anything less of them would have been murder. Okay. I want us to move to the next set of awards, and these are very important awards for the Kenya Film School. It is one of the bedrocks upon which this particular institution is founded. I want us to pay special tribute and honor a group of very amazing men and women who have been able to support our training program here in the school unconditionally. Whether it was of giving of their time, whether it was giving of their equipment, whether it was in terms of internship, mentorship, and employment. We consider these individuals that I'm about to call to receive these awards what we refer to in Kenya Film School as industry champions. And before we even mention them, can we give them a big hand? I want to start with our mother department, the Department of Film Services, the reason for which this institution even exists. So to escort our director, Mr. Ernest Kerich, will be Isaac Omondi Okoth, who works there. I want to move on to a production house, but not just a production house. It's a production house par excellence. In terms of its mentorship and internship program, it is without parallel. But it is also led by a very talented filmmaker. He's based in Mombasa, but here in Nairobi, we know him more than ever before for all the good work he has done, and more importantly, for the long-running series on Mnet, Selina. Ladies and gentlemen, escorted by Annette Minor, we would like to award Mr. Ruben Odanga of Multan Productions. The next industry champion we want to award is a relatively young man. From his beginnings in cinematography to where he is today as an award-winning cinematographer, he personifies talent, he personifies a lot of humility when it comes to achieving any level of accolades for the kind of work that he's doing. But we know him to be a firm supporter of the training programs in this school. Escorted by Samuel Lugogo, ladies and gentlemen, I would like us to put our hands together for Daudi Anguka of AR Films. Our next recipients of the Industry Champion Award have very clearly shown great leadership in television ministry. Established by Christ is the Answer Ministries, they're offering life-changing sermons and inspiring gospel and music that gives us hope for every single day that we live. Escorted by Karen Ngatha, who works there, I want us to put our hands together for Mr. John Paul Amono of Hope Media.
Leo tunawaahidi kusoma pasipo kuchoka, masharti tufuateni, mataba tumefaidika.
Our next recipients of Industry Champion Awards are considered to be frontrunners in cable television in this country, providing a wide range of family entertainment and wholesome programming in English and in Swahili, with a focus for all members of our family. Most recently, they have been able to get very important input in terms of their technical department, and it is my honor and privilege, because I respect this lady very much, and she's been able to provide employment to 4 of our graduates. Escorted by Suleiman Mwasheva, who works there. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Madam Anab Mohammed of April TV.
Kitini na kete chini, dukuduku kulibwaga, japo hisia ndo kiini, nanena kinaganaga.
Our next industry is a young man with a vision to create wealth and empower local communities. In his entire career in the film, entertainment, film, TV, and entertainment industry. At the very early age of 27, he was able to establish a production house that actually shook the foundations of this country. Telling positive stories, producing cutting-edge TV shows for Kenya, a young man who has appeared in the Forbes magazine for the top 30, under 30, escorted by Edwin Ochakotongi, who works there already. Please welcome Mr. Eugene Bogwa of Young Rich TV.
Mewateka burudani, kucheza pia kuimba. Furaha yangu kuu iko kwetu, wananchi msijitenge. Ama kweli ni shule ya talanta, mfano kama huu hutawaipata.
Our next industry champion is a young man that we have seen grow in this industry and gone on to make very major headway in the production of local content. His humility is without parallel, and he has been able to do very major things, including providing very specific mentorship and internship for our students in the Kenya Film School. Escorted by Violet Mudhoni Njunge, please put your hands together for Mr. Mwenda Mutua of Art Skill Films.
Mafunzo bora pia utapata, walimu bora pia twajivunia, kwa muda mchache tu utadata.
Kenya's first TV station that has a focused consumer-driven programming, merging innovation, creative spirit of startups that actually get proper mention in this particular network under the immediacy of television, is not something that we want to forget today. Escorted by Charity Wanja Kimani, we want to pay special tribute to Madam Martha Gadhoni Kungu of Brand Plus TV. The next industry champions, because there are two, because they are co-owners of a major production house in this country. Most of us know them from when they were training at the Kenya Institute of Mass Communication, but they went on to create shockwaves in their acting careers in the series Tahidi High. But they did not leave it there. They went on to excel during the time they were in school at the Kenya Institute of Mass Communication studying film. Today, they are the owners of Philip Productions, that is very popular in airing series like Suna Johnny, Hapakule News, and much earlier on, the Real House Helps of Kawangware. Escorted by Sherina Kinyi Owino, we want to call our industry champions to the front in the names of Abel Mutua and Phil Karanja.
Kenya Film School, pursue your passion. Oh, na, na, na. Kenya Film School, pursue your passion. Oh, na, na. Kujitahidi lazima msiseme mwafahamu, viongeze ajira kwenye sekta ya filamu. Peperusheni bendera, historia wazijue, shahada ndiyo mapewa, sakazi kwenu mjue. Leo tunawaahidi kusoma pasipo kuchoka, mama shati tufateni, maktaba tumefaidika. Leo tunawaahidi kusoma pasipo kuchoka.
Our next industry champion is a truly Pan-African digital media house that delivers cutting-edge African news that is creative, and also is the house of animated content from its base here in Nairobi. Escorted by Solomon Munji Njenga, who works there. Please put your hands together for Madam Silale Owor of Africa Insights.
Kama ni vifaa utapata, mafunzo bora pia utapata, walimu bora pia twajivunia, kwa muda mchache tu utadata. Kama ni vifaa utapata, mafunzo bora pia utapata, walimu bora pia twajivunia, kwa muda mchache tu utadata. Kujitahidi lazima.
The next award goes to an industry champion that we have seen very clearly in most of the content that we see in our local TV channels, but is an award-winning filmmaker in his own right. He has been chair of the Riverwood Ensemble. I think he still is. In addition to that, he's been able to provide very valuable mentorship and internship to our students here in the Kenya Film School. Escorted by Paminas Omondi Otieno, we want to present this industry champion certificate to Mr. Kangeda Mungai of Kikwetu Productions. The next industry champion we want to honor today is a front runner as far as local content is concerned on Kenyan TV, operating from her base in Mombasa. She has been able to personify very clearly programming that works very well for the citizen, for the Mwananchi. In fact, even from the name of the TV station, Raya TV, you can see really the focus of this particular station is each and every one of us. She's the owner of Raya TV, the home of local movies, series, soaps, drama, reality shows, and much more. Escorted by Eunice Mulakalama, who works there, please welcome Madam Ann Hamburger of Raya TV.
Pursue your passion.
Our next industry champion is somebody that is very close to our hearts. We cannot think of any time in this school when we have lagged behind in terms of any new technology, any new trends in production that are crossing this country, if it wasn't for the support of this particular individual. He brings to the book and brings to us more than 30 years production experience in the area of videography, in the area of scripting and directing, cinematography, digital video editing. He is a champion in making sure that local content receives the place that it requires in this country. He is actually one of the brainchilds beyond the cinema mashinani concept. Ladies and gentlemen, escorted by James Mbogwa Gitau, I would like us to put our hands together for industry champion, Mr. Joe Mucheru of Media Vision.
Kitini na geche chini, dukuduku kulibwaga, japo hisia ndo kiini.
Our next industry champion award goes to our state broadcaster. Been in operation since 1928, rich in every single part of this nation, but also a very important training ground for our students. Year after year, they have supported us by picking our students for internship. They have gone on to give them very important skills in the area of television production, which, as you know, we don't teach in this school, making them really wholesome individuals that can work in both film and broadcast media. To receive the award, to escort the representative of the CEO, Kenya Broadcasting Corporation today, Cynthia Onyango, who did her internship there, I would like you to put your hands together for Mr. Moses Gitari from the Technical Division of Kenya Broadcasting Corporation.
Habari kote nchini za vijana zimetamba, mewateka burudani, kucheza pia kuimba. Furaha yangu kuu iko kwetu, wananchi msijitenge, ama kweli ni shule ya talanta, mfano kama huu hutawaipata. Kama ni vifaa utapata, mafunzo bora pia utapata, walimu bora pia twajivunia, kwa muda mchache tu.
Our next industry champion is a front runner in the area of programming for youth on radio. But for the first time, as the school, we were able to partner with them for purposes of giving added advantage to our students who are studying sound, And we want to thank them most specifically for supporting us in that particular area. Under the group More Sound Africa, and escorted by Eric Maura, we would like to call Madam Beverly Wangare of NRG Radio. I think Eric can receive it on their behalf. Make sure they get it. Our industry champion represents a lot of the programming that we see in most parts of Kenya, more so in the Rift Valley province of Kenya. They have been able to support us from the inception of this school in terms of providing the much needed technical support and training in television production for our graduates, for our students, sorry. Escorted by Keith Kiprop, we want to present this award to CAS TV, represented here by Mr. Boaz Kemboi.
Kenya Film School, pursue your passion. Oh, na, na, na. Kenya Film School, pursue your passion. Oh, na, na. Kujitahidi lazima msiseme mwafahamu. Viongeze ajira kwenye sekta ya filamu.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to me. That must have been quite long, but I think I've done a good job. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Yes, I think we can allow the CS to have a seat. Yeah, okay.
Asante sana, makofi kwa CS.
Who will do it?
Graduates, hayo makofi yanatosha baada ya kupokea certificates. Thank you. Thank you. With your permission, guests of honor, we present the school awards. I request the Principal Secretary, State Department, Broadcasting and Telecommunications, Madam Fatuma Hirsi Mohamed. Karibu, Madam. Tumsindikize kwa makofi.
Our chief guest, we would like to present the following school awards for students that performed exceptionally in several technical areas, including the special awards. The first awards I'm going to call out are both a blend of academic and special awards to be presented very kindly by Madam Hirsi Mohamed. The first award for the Best Student Foundation Courses, female student, goes to Karen Ngatha Gitari.
Kitini na geche chini, dukuduku kulibwaga.
The award for the best student, ladies and gentlemen, best student sound production goes to Charity Wanja Kimani.
Wateka burudani, kucheza pia kuimba. Furaha yangu kuu iko kwetu, wananchi msijitenge. Ama kweli ni shule ya talanta.
The award for the best student digital video editing goes to Karen Ngatha Gitari.
Kwa muda mchache tu utadata.
The award for the Best Actress 2017 intake goes to Annette Wanjiko Maina.
Kenya Film School, pursue your passion. Oh, na, na, na. Kenya Film School.
The last award is a special award for a student that was able to produce a film that took this school beyond the confines of this nation. This film competed in the Zanzibar International Film Festival. Here in Kenya, it competed in the Udada International Film Festival. It won the Special Jury Award. In the Kenya National Drama and Film Festival for schools and colleges, tertiary institutions, it won the Best Gender Responsive Film. Please put your hands together for Sherin Akinyi Owino for the film The Final Nail. Thank you very much, Madam Hirsi.
Tumsindikize Madam PS kwa makofi. Asante sana.
For the next set of awards,
I invite the Principal Secretary, State Department of ICT, Mr. Jerome Ocheng Karibu. Thank you for accepting to present these awards. Karibu.
So we move to the next set of awards. For the best student in the foundation courses, male, Brian Wakabi Mwangi.
Beats by SV.com.
For the best student cinematography 2017 intake, the award goes to Stephen Mungai Bugwiro.
Purchase your tracks today.
Best student scripting and directing 2017 intake goes to Brian Wakabi Mwangi.
Beats by SV.com.
The award for Best Actor 2017 intake goes to Edwin Ochako Tongi.
Purchase your tracks today.
Best presentation. Best presentation. Advert. The award for the best all-round student, we call it the Director's Award for the student that we felt excelled in all 4 technical areas of filmmaking, best personified in the work that he did during his tenure in the school. That award goes to James Gitao Mbogwa.
Kucheza pia kuimba, furaha yangu kuu iko kwetu, wananchi msijitenge, ama kweli ni shule ya talanta, mfano kama huu hutawaipata, kama ni vifaa utapata, mafunzo bora pia utapata, walimu.
The award for the best presentation in terms of an advert in the history of the Kenya National Drama and Film Festival, as stated very clearly by the adjudicators last year, went to the Kenya Film School. The director for this particular advert that we are giving a special award today for that best presentation is Paminas Omondi Otieno.
Kenya Film School, pursue your passion.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. We have a special award that we want to give a student from our 2016 class. His film also, as the scriptwriter and director in the 2016 intake, is a film that has been able to propel this school beyond the boundaries of Kenya. It was presented at the Zanzibar International Film Festival. Later on, we have presented it in a number of local film festivals, but in the Riverwood Academy Awards for 2018, we were able to scoop the best student film based on his outstanding work. this special award for the Best Student Film Concept of the Kenya Film School 2018 goes to Isaac Mugasiali Kimiwi.
Kenya Film School, pursue your passion. Kenya Film School, pursue your passion. Kujitahidi lazima msiseme mwafahamu, viongeze ajira kwenye sekta ya filamu. Peperusheni bendera, historia wazijue, shahada ndiyo mpewa saka.
Our final academic award is for a student who in absentia emerged the best overall student. I have mentioned already that he's studying his film degree at AFDA in South Africa. But during the time that he was in school, he excelled in every possible way. The award for the best overall student goes to David Mordecai Otieno, represented by his mother, Madam Margaret Okumu.
Kama ni vifaa utapata, mafunzo bora pia utapata, walimu bora pia twajivunia, kwa muda mchache tu utadata. Kujitahidi lazima.
Thank you very much, sir. We will allow the PS to take his seat.
Graduates, tiketi ya Korea iko ama haiko? Si tumsindikize, PS ndiye ameleta hiyo tikiti. Kwa makofi. We'd like, with permission from the chief guest, to award chief guest where I come from, and sitasema ni wapi. They say that charity begins at home. So we would like, hatutaki upeane tu na wewe uende bure mkono mtupu. We would like to award our guests this afternoon. We want to award our cabinet secretary, and I would like Edward Ndugu, His Excellency Edward Ndugu. What is Excellency Edward Ndugu? Oh, Your Excellency without a tie. Oh, this is the film school. Require nimesahau. I'll request the cabinet secretary to kindly walk downstage to receive an award of appreciation that you have led your battalion to this battlefield. Kindly accept that award from the Kenya Film School. Makofi. That is the commander-in-chief of this battalion. While still upstanding, let's present to the Principal Secretary ICT, Victor Mburu. Uko wapi? Victor Mburu. We'll present to Mr. Jerome Ocheng. Asante kutuletea hiyo tikiti ya kwenda Korea. Makofi kwake. Last but not least, Joy Christine Karimi. Uko wapi? Joy Christine Karimi will present an award to our Principal Secretary, Broadcasting and Telecommunications, Madam Fatuma Hersi Mohammed. Makofi kwa Madam. Asante sana. Thank you so much, PS, for gracing the occasion. Now, as we approach lunchtime, keki iko ama haipo? Tukate keki ama hatukati? Tukate keki hatukati? Sioni keki yenyewe ketini. Thank you. Sioni keti, lakini keki iko wapi? Chief guest, we would like to cut the cake to celebrate this day. Oh, I'm told before the cake there is one certificate, and Victoria will present the certificate. Sante Victoria.
Our chief guest, we want to interrupt this section of the program to present an individual that we think without his visionary leadership, this particular institution today would not be where it is. he has given his valuable support as the Vice Chair of the task force to operationalize the Kenya Film School in its inception in the State Department of Arts and Culture as way back as 2014 August. He has provided leadership at its topmost. He was able to steer this process that moved now from a declaration in the Jubilee Manifesto to an institution that is providing a very vital element of the workforce in this nation. If we were to begin to start to summarize the accolades that I would use to describe the director of the Department of Film Services, who is my boss, but in many ways has been able to give a lot of leadership in the area of film production in this nation, whether at policy, whether at administrative levels, whether at nurturing the kind of spirit that is required for us to have been able to establish this institution. He is without parallel. And this being the year that he is retiring from the civil service, we want to pay special tribute to him, because none of anything that we've been able to do as an institution would have been possible without him. I am going to ask the CS one more time, escorted by Mr. Kimondo, to make this presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I ask you to be upstanding and give a warm hand of applause and a very big thank you from the bottom of our hearts to Mr. Ernest Kerich, the Director of the Department of Film Services.
CS, kindly hold on. We want to cut the cake, and I would like to invite PS Fatuma and PS Jerome to step down for the cutting ceremony. This ceremony will be led by Director Osiondoke. This ceremony will be led by Lillian Zile and Sarah Ivayo. Kwa hivyo karibuni. Director Kimondo, kindly lead.
Thank you. Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Information, Communication and Technology, Mr. Joe Mucheru, PS State Department of ICT, Jerome Ochieng, PS State Department Broadcasting and Telecommunication, Ms. Fatma Hersi Mohammed, all protocols observed. Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. This is a very important occasion for the film school as they celebrate a very important milestone. And with every celebration, there must be something to mark the celebration. When you look at this beautiful cake, I'm speaking to the students, to the graduating students. There's a lot of ingredients that has gone into this cake for it to be the way it is. The directors and the teachers at the film school have put all these ingredients in you. And the word of God says in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 to 28, God says, let us make man in our own image, and let us give him dominion over all the earth and everything in the earth. So today, the directors and the fraternity of the Kenya Film School have given you dominion to rule over the film industry. Many awards have been given to leaders And I've seen all of them. Most of them were men and a few ladies. And several ladies here, young girls here, have also been mentioned to be the best. So can you form your own house? Congratulations. I want to invite Madam Fatuma Hersi to lead us in cutting of the cake. Come together with CS. Come together with CS and PS. Yes, you're the lady. All right, so you cheer up for the cake cutting. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Oh, kata vole 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 vole.
Can you sing?
Iyo keki. Oh, kata haraka haraka haraka.
Yes.
Kata haraka haraka. Iyo keki. Wageni wana meza mate mate. Wageni wana meza mate mate. Mwalimu ana meza mate mate. Mwalimu ana meza mate mate. Mafara wana meza mate mate. Mafara wana meza mate mate. Kata vole 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 vole. Kata vole vole. Iyo keki. Oh, kata haraka 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 haraka. Kata haraka.
It's okay, it's okay.
Iyo keki. Oh, mupe hatoko hatoko.
Makofi. Is it sweet, madam?
Iyo keki.
Thank you.
Okay,
the guest of Mr. Kimondo, please give to the CS.
Iyo keki tamu.
So now that was the graduation ceremony, the second class of 2017 of the Kenya Film School. It was a really good ceremony.
Yeah, it was a good ceremony.
A lot of insightful words because zimeongea hapa na the CS, Joe Mucheru. What I'm excited about is the Korea trip for the
best student. The best student is actually going to be going to Korea. You know, that is something that is absolutely
because
amazing.
Not only do you get a free trip, which is good, you'll also be able to, you know, talk to industry giants and
So yeah, I think something that actually amazed me is that out of the 21 graduates that have come out of this school today, 20 of them already have jobs. I mean, does that even happen? I mean, it rarely happens.
It really does, because most of the time the conversation was normally people are graduating without, you know, the promise of a job opportunity. But here, during the graduation ceremony, as they graduate, they're secured jobs, they're secured opportunities because of the stakeholders and the promises that they gave today, which is something that is very encouraging for the film industry in Kenya.
Exactly.
And I think if every other stakeholder across the country can do this in every other field and not just film, we can go very far as a country. And I think it's all for the benefit of the country.
Yes,
because even
is.
as the CS Joe Mucheru was saying, it's about uplifting the communities. Now this is through film, via Kenya Film Studies, and I think that's very good.
Yeah, exactly. And the CS also mentioned that during the Kenya Open Golf that will be happening between the 14th and 17th of March, some of the students are going to be involved in that as well. And you know, they will be working with European filmmakers. I mean, that is something that is also really, really nice. And it's something that will enable the students to learn more. You know,
exactly, because I think even in any other course, the opportunity of a job and the promise of a job is what people normally look for.
Exactly.
Because, of course, that's the reason you went to school anyway. But what I like about the Kenya Film School, it's their motto, pursue your passion. And what they're encouraging is the passion part. Letting you know, if you want to direct, we can teach you directing, and you can become good at it. If you want to write scripts, if you want to produce, if you want to edit, whatever the field, you can pursue it. it, and they're promising you a career afterwards, which is something that is really incredible.
Yeah.
And I think we need to be encouraging this more often in our schools, the way they are right now.
Exactly.
And I think even also what the CS has said, the future is brighter because of what's happening now.
Yes, it's actually very bright, considering that from this particular school, the intake is going to be increased. I mean, they're used to taking 30 students, but it's going to be increased from 2020 from 30 to 45 students. So for all the people who are out there and they have a passion for film, I mean, there's a future. I feel like there's a future, a bright future for the film industry in Kenya. Considering all the promises we've had from the CS, it just shows that they are really working on ensuring that our film becomes, something that can be we can even be competing against Hollywood. I mean, it's possible. That is
actually
very possible.
There's also something, I'm glad you mentioned that. Last year, the CS, John Mucheru, said he wants to create a city for film.
Exactly.
Something like Hollywood. I don't know what it's going to be called. Maybe Kenyawood, I don't know. But I think this is really incredible to see people who are actually in positions who can do something for our industry doing it. This is what we needed. This is what we need.
Yes.
And I'm glad that the right people are in the right positions.
And there was also a bit of a light moment when the CS actually termed Kenya as the Wakanda. That this is the city.
This is where the vibranium is located.
Yes, like Kenya is the Wakanda kingdom that was spoken about in Black Panther. And he actually mentioned that we attribute this, or rather we claim it, even from the sighting of the Black Panther that was sighted in Laikipia County. There was this Black Panther that was seen in Laikipia, somewhere roaming about there. And it was just like the proof that Kenya is truly the Wakanda nation.
And I think what he was trying to say with the vibranium part is the talent. Because I think if we really refocus our resources on the talent the way we are right now, it's going to be an incredible journey. We're going to see the growth that we have the potential, but now we're going to see the growth coming to fruition. And as I said earlier, I'm glad the right people are in the right positions.
Yes.
And this is how we're going to grow our country and our economy.
Exactly.
Because also last year, the CS, John Mucheru, was talking about the film industry in terms of cinema, and he was comparing the box office numbers in China. And Kenya as well. And I think that's the reason he saw a need of bringing those other producers to produce the script that's going to win in the script writing competition that was launched earlier this month.
And actually, if among the winners from the script writing competition, which will actually be closed, the submissions will be closed on the 26th. So if you haven't submitted your script yet and you know you're good at script writing, kindly do so before the 26th of this month.
Exactly.
Because the winner is going to get an opportunity of a lifetime. Trust me, this is an opportunity.
Exactly, because it's not necessarily about the money. Yes, there is a big
There's
big
1
cash
million
prize
for the first prize.
Exactly.
The first runners-up will be getting 500,000, and the other one will be getting 300,000.
There's a big cash prize, but it's not about that. It's the word Vivian just used, opportunity. It's a big opportunity because you have an opportunity to work with these big producers from Europe, from China, and produce something that's going to outlive us all.
Yes, and actually, after the screen, the best script has been chosen, they're going to get an opportunity to for their plays to be aired, or rather screen played in countries outside Kenya, I mean in the world. And if, for example, if we take Chinese, which we know has a number of people, so many people, it's actually the most populated country. So if we get such plays to go and get a screen played in the theaters. I mean, that would be something really amazing. And Kenya will also be making money out of it.
Exactly,
because I'm sure if people pay to go watch it,
yes,
they'll
because
get money.
even with the comparison, like if their box office numbers last year was like $6 billion.
Yeah, exactly.
Now imagine if we just get a percentage share of that.
Even 1% will be
a percentage
enough.
share of that.
Yes.
It's money to us and our country and our economy, which will benefit us and our film industry. So, and all that's lacking is people who are brave enough to pursue their passion.
Exactly. And actually, speaking of pursuing your passion, the CS Joe Mucheru actually asked the students, the graduates, let me not call them students anymore, they're graduates.
They're graduates right now. You're no longer graduates.
Yeah. So the graduates were asked to pursue their talent beyond Kenya. I mean, they were asked to look at the Oscars, not just the awards in Kenya and all that. They should look at the Oscars, you know. And that is something that is mind-juggling. I mean, when they hear that, they're like, oh, so yeah, we are capable of getting to the Oscars.
Yeah, it's no longer about just getting the Kalasha Award.
You know.
It's about getting the Oscars, any other higher award that you can think of. Do something great with your passion, whether it's in film, whether you're going to be behind the camera, in front of it, whatever capacity. You have the opportunity, you can come to a school such as this, and as Vivian told you, starting 2020, the intake is going to be higher,
from 30 to 45.
To 45. So you have an opportunity to come here. This was the class of 2017. The second graduation ceremony, it was about 21 people who are graduating. Now the graduates have the opportunity to pursue their passion.
Exactly.
Which is incredible. And I think you back at home, you can also have this opportunity if you want to. All you have to do is come here, register, and of course you can get more information on Y254 channel. We are there, we can talk to you as well.
And to add on to that, I mean, for those who are watching and they have a passion for film, as they come here, they should put in mind that the film industry is a whole chain. I mean, it's so big. There's the production bit. There's actually, let's start with the first one, the pre-production bit. There's the production bit, and there's the post-production. So, and in all these productions, we need different kinds of people, you know. So it's a whole opportunity, it's a whole field to try just come into, you know, because the employment is there. From the promises we've had from the CS and the PS, the opportunity is there and employment will be there. And they've said that the government will actually be working with institutions to ensure that graduates get employment, which is a good thing.
And I think that security, that job security, is probably why most people don't pursue their passions. And I think with such a show like this one, you know, people they already had opportunities even before they graduated today. Because as you had during the ceremony, there's different stakeholders who are receiving awards. You had there was like 2 employed at Rich Media. 2 others are different stakeholders. When you hear that, it's very encouraging.
It's encouraging.
Because it's even in different capacities. There's editing, there's production. There's presenting.
Directing, the presenting, the acting itself.
There's acting as well. So this is what we need in our country. Different stakeholders to come and show that they are here to support the graduates. They're here to support people who are actually putting in work, putting in time and effort to go to school and learn the basic skills that they need to create a profession out of it. To create a profession out of their passion. That's what we really need right now.
And just to mention, we've had a number of people receiving trophies. If I can mention Eugene, whom I had earlier had an interview with over here as we were beginning. He has received a trophy as well. And we also have our very own from the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. We call him Bishop.
We call him Bishop.
Yes.
He's going to let us know why he's called Bishop. Later on we'll get an opportunity to interview him. And I'm glad you said that. I like that the Kenya Film School also gave awards to the different stakeholders. And I think that's what we need. We need to be appreciating the people who are putting in effort and putting in work in encouraging the young students, the young generation, the young filmmakers and cinematographers in any capacity to just come, and do what they need to do. Come and get the basic skills. That's what we really need.
Exactly. And by encouraging them, it doesn't have to be jobs exactly. If there are no job opportunities, we can also
mentorship,
internship. I mean, such things are what students need to see, so that they are sure that once I go to school, you know, nowadays there's like a perception of some youth that some youth have in mind, and they assume even if I go to school, there are no jobs. You know, wanasemaga hakuna kazi, hakuna job huko nje, so hata najisumbua ya nini. No, there are jobs as long as you acquire a skill, and then you really don't have to be employed. You can create employment out of the skill that you have.
I think that's why people need to focus on this industry much more.
Yes.
Because if you see the recent technology that's grown, the social media, the Instagrams, the Facebook and the Twitters, people are now creating content for YouTube and social media, and they're making a lot of money out of it.
Yeah.
And all this, you can learn these skills by going to school. This is what you need, and you don't need to be employed, as Vivian is saying. You can create your own opportunities via social media, via YouTube, but getting these skills is also as important, so that you're able to pursue your passion.
Exactly. So we really hope that the government will keep its promises, that is the ministry, will keep its promises to the youth of Kenya, that they will be given jobs as long as they get the skill, they acquire the skill that is needed, and they're good at it. There will be jobs out there.
Exactly. Or create some of your own.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. There's this guy who is a friend of Y254, the Henry Desagos, those people that we see online.
Yeah.
They're all created from this industry.
Yes.
Yeah, you can create your own job opportunities, so don't be afraid to just pursue what you can.
We know the likes of Akina Njuguna.
Yeah.
We know the likes of Kamami. You know Kamami, you know this
and
guy
also,
really funny.
there was another one who was present at the ceremony today. I saw Abel Mutua, I'm sure you know him.
He actually received he was recognized and was given a trophy
as a mentor, and
yes,
he's helping out also people in industry giants, because you're back at home probably watching this program, you are watching the Kenya Film School graduation ceremony. If you're back at home, this is what I would tell you. I encourage you to go and look for someone you can mentor. That's what we really need as well, not just job opportunities, mentors. We need people who can come and talk to you and teach you the ropes, basically let you know you need to do this and this and this to be successful in this industry. That's what we need as well.
Yeah, and if you may need any help, you know, Y254 is here to grow talents, and actually this goes undisputed that Y254 is the home. We grow talents.
We grow, actually,
from scratch, you know.
Fun fact: three of the graduates of Kenya Film School today, class of 2017, they were interns in Y254.
And actually one of them received an award for being one of the most outstanding students.
I think he's the one going to Korea.
No, he's not the one. He's not the one. Let's not lie. He's not the one, but at least he was recognized and he received an award, which is a good thing, you know. So since Y254 is the home of growing talents, and it's the home where it's just home for everyone. So you can follow us on our platforms. That is Y254 on Twitter, Y254 on Instagram, and Y254 on Facebook, just to be in touch with everything that's going on, right?
Exactly. And I think what we're about to do is continue on with the ceremony.
Yeah.
Let's give them a few basic information of what happened today.
Yeah.
It was the class of 2017, the second graduation ceremony of the Kenya Film School. It's happening right now at the Kasarani Stadium.
Yeah. And we are hoping to get an interview with the Cabinet Secretary of Information, Communication and Technology.